Hello YouTube, this is Dark Emissary 617 here. This is the review for Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figure Dogpound. I don't want to rant too much in this review, but Dogpound here is one of the most disappointing figures in the line. Not the worst figure. I think the worst figure goes pretty close to Leatherhead or the Krang. Mainly the Krang, because the Krang only has like 5 joints, it has a stuck foot, dynamically posed foot, so he's stuck in one pose, and he's very flimsy. But Dogpound here is a pretty closely really bad figure, unfortunately. He's not exactly a horrid figure, but I'm just not happy with how his articulation's so not that impressive, and you're gonna see so many other problems. Dogpound here used to be, he's another one of Shredder's minions, who is, Christ Bradford used to be his name. The guy who looks like Chuck Norris. But he mutated into a dog because, he was bitten by Shredder's dog Hachiko in, the episode The Gauntlet. And he got mutated during the, mutagen bomb that the Krang were going to use on New York City. And he stabbed it to get away from the turtles, which also mutated Fish Face here. I forgot to show some in-scale shots of them. Fish Face, you see the main problem with Dogpound already. Fish Face is taller than Dogpound, which is inaccurate, because Dogpound was pretty tall in the show, but he's pretty short next to him, so that's very disappointing. Now, putting him next to a turtle, again, Donatello's taller than Dogpound, which is wrong, because Dogpound was taller than all the turtles, so that's also very disappointing. And just for fun, because I really love his figure and I really like what they did, size comparison with Snakeweed. As you can see here, Snakeweed is so much taller than him. This one I digress, because Snakeweed is supposed to be super tall compared to everyone else, so I digress with this scaling. I just did it because I felt like to show off that Dogpound really had some poor size issues. So, another thing that really ruins Dogpound's figure is the paint. There's really not much paint here. I mean, see this harness? This harness was painted on the prototype, and it goes all the way around to the point of the back, where you see this belt, but everything's not painted here, and it even perfectly aligns. Most toys don't usually do this well with the alignment. It's very inexcusable to not paint this. I feel like I'm buying a prototype with all this, because look at this. This looks like the paint off a prototype toy, but it's actually the final product. That's really cheap. The tail here also is missing paint. There's like brown streaks here, supposed to be at the top at least. You have to put the tail and the back spikes on when you buy this figure and you get them out of the package. Some main other issues of his paint is the head. If you noticed, his eyes are not painted red. The pupils are not painted red. They're just left out blank black with no red pupils. He had like a bit of a pinkish fading on the top here. And his mustache, you can actually tell it's there. It's not too well prominent. Some people may miss that and not realize that it's a mustache, but so his missing a lot of paint, and these spikes aren't painted, and these spikes were supposed to be a bit of a darker color, like grayish tan. Same with these. The skin wasn't even painted here, so that also kind of ruins it. There's a lot of things not painted on this figure. This claw should have been more gray instead of this orange brown like the fur. And there's a lot of paint missing here on the straps and the down here too. The paws should have been painted, but they're not, unfortunately. The only thing you get is gray knee pads and pelvic armor. The articulation on this guy is okay. You got the head joint, moves left and right, ball hinged, pin socket jointed arms that go up and down, in and out, and up and down. The wrists turn, they can swivel. And got the waist and the pin socket legs that go up and down, in and out. This leg over here does not go in as well as the other one because this one's sculpted to be more outwards, so this one you can get a full kick out, while the other one you can only go up a little bit. Again, kind of a letdown there. What's also annoying is, again, with the hollowed feet. This is a budget cut, apparently. And that's, again, really ugly. You don't see the feet too much, so it shouldn't be too distracting. But all this other missing paint and so forth really just ruins this figure. There was a lot of potential in him, but they didn't paint him all the way, so it's such a letdown what we got in the end. Not saying he's a bad figure. He's fun to play with, and I like his big bulkiness. He's one of the heavier figures, but all that missing paint is just hideous and so unprofessional, I feel. And again, he should be like, maybe aroundish, like up here. Yeah, like exactly, up this high at best. He was really tall in the show. He was the size of like a truck. During Panic in the Sewers, you saw his scale for the first time. He was a really big mutant. So, yeah, overall I'm going to give this guy a 4 out of 10. I can't say that I would recommend him if you want a figure with a good paint. You're not going to get it on this thing. It's not going to look good, but for playability, he definitely is worth it. And he's a minion of Shredder. He's going to be like with Fishface, the new Bebop and Rocksteady. But they're better, no offense, because I don't know, like, I have a personal gripe with the Vintage series for so many problems. There were so many poor written moments, illogical moments, things that aren't explained, and the villains back then were really dumb. I don't like dumb villains. That actually really annoys me. Dogpound and Fishface are much darker villains as they're more serious, more cunning, and dangerous. They can actually kill the turtles if they had the chance, and got the chance to. So, I do like how this turned out, I guess, but it's still, I wish I would have done a lot more with the paint and articulation. These joints are thick enough for elbows and knees for sure, so that's why I'm giving him a 4 out of 10. I'll give him, so there you have it. This is the review for Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figure Dogpound. This is Dark Emissary 617 signing out.